Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. So, what do you do when you start losing faith in your strategy? Let me explain right after the intro. All right, so you've had a strategy that's been working perfectly fine. It's been churning out profits for a good considerable amount of time. You start getting faith in that strategy, and then you start having a losing day. And then you might have two losing days. Then you might lose the week. Then you might even lose the month. Currently in my on my video on Friday, I stated that in February my cash account went to the red. And I then you saw it. You saw my video on Friday. I pretty much, I don't want to say I felt like I was beaten down by the market, but I took my punches and I said, you know what? I'm done for the day. I shut it down. I didn't end up looking at Discord pretty much the entire weekend, and I had some time to kind of reflect on what maybe like where my strategy is at and comparing things to my previous trading life. Let's just call it that, which I consider a time period between 2021, 2022, and maybe even early 2023. Well, if for damn sure, if I had even two or three losing days in a row, the entire strategy gets blown up. Or better yet, I am searching on YouTube and looking for the next best strategy that might be out there, loading up my TradingView charts with that new strategy, that new indicator, and start rolling with that. And maybe give that 1 or 2 days to prove itself and then move on to the next strategy. That was me, 1000%. So I said, okay, let me look at my numbers. So I pulled up my numbers for February. If I start with oil session 2, I didn't trade oil session 1 in February. In my eval account, I only was trading oil session 2. So it's down 62 ticks, not including today because I didn't trade today, but 62 ticks down. On an E-mini, that's 620 bucks. And on my cash account where I'm trading 5 MCLs, the micro version, it's $310 down. Gold is up about 4 ticks. Let's just call that break even. So gold has been break even this month. And I start thinking to myself, okay, well, let's look back at 2021, 2022, and let's see what that data look like. Well, shit, I had losing months there that would say minus 1200, minus 1900, minus 2200. Some months I'd get really close to being in the green. But I'll be honest with you, I don't even think I was ever even in the green. I don't think I even had a one green month. And I started thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, well, the strategy is obviously not doing so well in February. January didn't have the greatest month, but didn't really lose any money. So what should I do? Should I blow up the strategy and start looking for something else? Should I start listening to a lot of the comments that are saying, you know what? You got to start adding some confluences. You need some indicators on the chart. Put an EMA on there. Look at the volume profile. Where's VWAP in your chart? Support and resistance, the bands. There's 100 different indicators that are out there. Are they going to work? Yes, absolutely. My biggest issue has been, well, which one works? Which one do I trust? Which one do I have faith in? Which indicator works for a few days and then you get that one time where it fails you and then it fails you again. You're like, well, this shit doesn't work. I'm going off to, I got to find something else. It's got to be some other kind of indicator that's out there. No. For me personally, that just doesn't work because I've never had faith in what it is that I am looking at. So I said, you know what? I'd rather just look at straight price action. And that's where I came up with my oil and gold strategy. And during these certain time periods, I had very strict conditions, very strict rules. And on any day, doesn't matter what day it is, if I had the shittiest day of trading or I had the best day of trading, the max trades that I would have in a day would be 4. So what did I eliminate? Even if the strategy is not working, if I have a red February, and if I finish in red, what did I not do? I didn't overtrade, and I did not revenge trade. You take those 2 things that I accomplish in my own trading, I feel like a winner, and I'm going to tell you why. You can have a strategy that has a win rate of 80%. Awesome strategy. But you have, let's just say you go back to last Thursday or last Friday and you have those 2 losing days. And you say, you know what, I'm going to get back that money. And I hit an order and that hits. It's the worst thing to happen for you actually to hit it. I've said this many times on my channel. It's actually the worst thing to happen, because then you think that every single time that you have a bad day, you could take that extra trade or go outside of your risk and put it all on the line. Then the day happens where that trade doesn't go in your favor. And not only did you multiply the losses that you had, you might have even tripled them. Now you don't even have a chance to recover. So that is what you need to look at when you're evaluating your strategy. Now, am I saying to continue with a losing strategy that has been proven to lose over months? No, that would be crazy. That would be stupid. But if you feel that there is truly an edge in your strategy, whatever strategy it is, I'm not even talking about my oil or gold, whatever strategy it is that you have, if you have faith that it's there, stay within your rules and your conditions. Now, does that mean that I'm not willing to look at another strategy that has exact rules and conditions? Of course. This is an evolving game. Am I going to possibly move my targets? Of course. Am I going to maybe add a trailing stop or a break even? Of course. If there is an edge. I have said it since I began this channel, especially in the commodities market. That shit moves quick. It changes the characteristic of the instrument, the profile, the movement changes. That's why I don't backtest a year ago. I backtest every single month, and I like to go back 3 months when I'm looking at any change. So if there is a change there that you can make without blowing up your entire strategy, think about that. If there is another strategy that keeps you within your rule-based conditions, think about that. Even if it means scrapping a strategy and moving on to a next one. I had a comment on my channel that said, this is just gambling. Well, let me ask you a question. Every time that we hit the buy or sell button on a chart, we are betting that price action is going in the direction that we want it to go. When we go into the casino and we bet on roulette, we are betting that either red or black is going to hit next. And you put your bet, you put your investment in there, betting that that is going to happen. But then you can say, well, Rob, my strategy isn't gambling because I've got VWAP, or I've got a volume profile on here, or I know the way that the big banks move. Great. But every time you hit that buy or sell, you are betting that price action is going to go one way or the other. Can you have an edge? Of course. When you go to play blackjack at a casino, which is gambling, Can one player have an advantage over the player next to them? Absolutely. One person might even know, you know what? This is when you hit, this is when you double down, this is when you stand. The next player behind you or next to you might have no clue of blackjack, and they're there for the fun of it. They're there just to bet, just to hit buy or sell on the chart. The next question that I get a lot is, well, Rob, these indicators that we have, there's these videos that are coming out on YouTube, and they drive me nuts because what does everybody on YouTube do? Every guru, every big YouTube channel that has anything to do with trading, they post every single win. They go live and they're betting 5 contracts, 10 contracts, 15 contracts, and every day is a win. You go onto a YouTube video for an indicator, it says never loses. Come on, people. Come on. Yes, every single instance of it winning, you've shown me on the chart. That's awesome. That's not what I'm looking for. Show me some real transparency. Show me a channel that will show you every single winning trade or losing trade. And I don't even want to listen to discretionary trading, because discretionary trading is for that trader that is very good at that. And for them to show you that on YouTube is very, very difficult. Is very difficult. They can show you a concept. They can show you what to look out for. But when you're trading by yourself behind that chart, what creeps in the back of your mind? I wonder if this is the right thing to do. I wonder if this is what he was talking about in that video. Well, and don't get me wrong, there's some people that are awesome at it. I'm not, but there's some people that are fantastic at it. But the one thing that is truly lacking in our, I don't even want to say our industry, because that doesn't sound right, but that is in this trading field, is transparency. That's the one thing that, I think it's kind of mind-boggling that people don't show their losses. I feel like that would make you so much more credible than somebody that is just posting what they've already won. And don't get me started on the courses and all the other garbage that comes with the trading channels. You can tell and I think that that's changing. I think that there is an element in YouTube that is starting to realize that majority of the people are full of shit. I think that's just generally what it's kind of coming down to. And I think that tide is turning. So win or lose, I want to post everything that happens on my trades every day. I really value transparency. I value the comments, the good, the bad. I mean, I get some, I would say 98 out of 100 comments are awesome. They're so supportive. And then you get 2 that are, just, I don't even know what they might be thinking, or they might not even have listened to any of my videos. But I also read them because there's a lot of things that people say that make you also think. They really do make you think. And I don't think that that's something that happens a lot in YouTube in general. So I'm still having a blast. I'm looking forward to this week of trading, and I'd love to see where this ends up going. All right, everybody, I'm out. Happy trading.